Hello, welcome to Empire Beat Magazine. And today I have the privilege of introducing Dr. Trudy Coleman, the founder of the Martin Luther King Breakfast. And I'm going to let her take it away from here. She's a historian of the Juneteenth history and a personal friend of mine. So, Trudy, with that said, let me let you go.
Well, to give you the whole name of the event, it is the 25th year Dr. Martin Luther King Unity Breakfast in Tribute, because we give tribute to certain community leaders who need to be recognized. And it will be on January the 19th, that is a Monday, that is the holiday itself, at the Ontario Arena for the first time. And this has been the silver anniversary. We're excited about being at the arena. It's new, it's different, and we hope we can fill it up. It's still going to be a sit-down sit-down breakfast, full plated, and with different churches that are going to be involved and coming out to speak on the program. And also we have choirs and special keynote speakers. And also we have our junior MC. His name is Jeremiah. We call him 1 in 5. His last name is Fernell. He's coming in from Las Vegas. He is a sports commentator, and he is a fireball on the stage. And he will be emceeing with Dr. Prophetess Newborn, who was the goddaughter of Shirley Caesar and raised with Shirley Caesar. And she is just a dynamic spiritual singer herself, but she will be emceeing with us this year. She comes every year to be a part of this event.
Well, you can, and I enjoy listening to you. But for the general public who doesn't know who you are, I'm going to let you elaborate a little bit more about the history of Juneteenth, why you got involved, and why is it special to you?
Well, I'm going to first go back to Martin Luther King, because I didn't even know who he was until he died. And I was wondering, who was this man my mother standing in front of the TV crying over? And understood that was Martin Luther King, and we just lost Kennedy, so she was crying over him too. So I didn't know. I was in elementary school. I didn't understand. But as I got older, I realized how much we didn't have Black history in the LA school district. I was from St. Louis, Missouri, but all of my school years have been in LA until I got to college. And I realized the significance and importance of Dr. Martin Luther King and how it rolled into Juneteenth. And both Juneteenth and Martin Luther King is about equity, freedom, and justice, and being part of America. We have to know that our ancestors died because we were part of America. They brought us out of our environment in Africa here, and we are descendants of the slaves. And it's so important that America knows that we are Americans. We're not Africans from Africa. That was our ancestors. We're now born and raised here in the United States. And King fought and died so we would be treated equal as Americans here in this country. And people are dying now because they're being dragged back to their country because they want to be here. Everybody can have a part in America. It doesn't have to just be certain quote unquote people of color and hair and eyes. We are all one America.
That's outstanding. Now, let's talk about Juneteenth.
Okay. Now, Juneteenth, I got involved with Juneteenth in 1992, to be exact. And I met a person named John Thompson. And John Thompson and I came together, and they celebrated Juneteenth in Kansas City, Missouri. There was not any Juneteenth going on here in California that I knew of. So being that, not knowing about King until late, I'm like, Juneteenth is important. We need to have a holiday. This is our true Freedom Day. We were slaves during the 4th of July. We're celebrating Juneteenth every 4th. We're celebrating 4th of July as our Freedom Day, and we were slaves. We weren't free till 100 years later. So that in mind, I was just so intrigued with the history and getting out the truth and the true celebration of us coming together, as people who were descendants from that era. We started the National Juneteenth campaign, and the first Juneteenth that I was involved with was downtown Pomona, and we had it downtown Pomona for 2 years, and then we decided to do a national Juneteenth convention and expo at the Ontario Convention Center. We had the entire convention center for 8 years straight, bringing all the Juneteenth organizations here to California from around the nation to show them how to do the Juneteenth holiday bill. And how we learned how to do it was Dr. Ronald Myers. was actually the developer of the language that needed to be wrote out for the Juneteenth holiday. And we came together with him. Matter of fact, Miss Opal Lee, who everybody knows about, is the grandmother of Juneteenth. We reached out and found her. We found her and told her that we're doing this National Juneteenth. And she said, I got somebody for you guys to meet, who you need to be on board with. So she introduced us to Dr. Ronald Myers. And we all came together and started this national movement because Juneteenth was first done in Texas, but they weren't trying to take it out of Texas. Edwards, who got the bill down there, they were just having a good old time in Texas doing Juneteenth. But when I found about it, I'm like, okay, this is big. This is bigger than just Texas. And so we jumped on the campaign and started the movement. We actually had Stater Brothers to help us with the brochures. They actually sponsored it and sent the things out for us and paid for the postage. And we had great love back then. And I have great respect for Mr. Jack Brown, who owns Stater Brothers. That's why I always have their logo around me and around all the time, because they helped us really reach across the United States and beyond, actually. So Juneteenth became a holiday in California. Governor Gray Davis came up and we presented it to him, but first through John Longville, who was a black caucus member. He was a white Caucasian Republican who was a congressman, and he actually took the bill to the black caucus for us to have this bill signed. And he ended up being the signer on the bill, and the black caucus were the co-authors of the bill. Mind you, going backwards, we had actually asked Maxine Waters first to take this bill in for us, but I think she said nobody's going to pass that bill, And then we went to Senator Nell Soto in Pomona. We asked her, will she take that bill in? She said, I'm not going to take that bill in because I'm Hispanic, and you need a black person to take that bill in. You need to talk to the black people up in Sacramento, see who's going to take it in. So I don't remember how we even met John Longville, but he ended up in our life. And he took that bill. He had the courage and the gall and everything he needed to take that bill in. And Mervyn Donnelly, who was the longest serving state congressman, state assembly member, he and his secretary, Tamara Warren, will help walk us through Sacramento to get that bill taken care of. So we got the bill signed by Governor Davis in 2001. Okay. And starting in 2002, I started having the National Juneteenth kickoff in Sacramento. I would go there every Juneteenth day to have that bill kicked off in Sacramento as a national kickoff for the whole state. Now, well, the breakfast, again, as I said, is January the 19th. It's on a Monday. It starts the doors open at 8. Being at the sports arena, the parking is free. You do have to come in through security, and then you go in and get checked in with your ticket. You can pre-buy tickets, or you can buy tickets at the door. We prefer you to pre-buy the tickets before we can let them know how many people we're going to have. The website is jetmacinc.com, where you can find out more information about sponsorship, how you can be a vendor. If you want to buy vendor booths are $150, which is accepting vendors. Also, if you want to go on Eventbrite, you can buy the tickets. You can do the sponsorship, everything right on Eventbrite. And also, my phone number is 909-418-8530. If you want to call me and ask more questions. The event is a great event. Bring your family. It's for all ages, all demographics. It's a great fellowship opportunity. And after the program, when it ends at 11, we have workshops that's going to be in a breakout room. Well, here was going to be in the VIP lounge. We're going to have workshops that have to do with AMPAC is one of them, and they will be accessible so to teach you how to help you to get loans and how to grow your into entrepreneurial business. They particularly stress they're helping entrepreneurs who need to grow their business, and they help you get money to grow your business. We also have Mr. Kelton Alexander, who does financial planning, financial wellness, and he'll be doing a workshop. And we have Jerry Peterson, who is a psychiatrist from a spiritual standpoint, but she'll help you. There's a lot of psycho stuff going on in these days. A lot of people need to know how to cope with what's going on in the world, and she's a minister as well as the technical psychiatrist. She's great to talk to, and have her phone number after this event is over. and be able to talk with her. And then we have Betty Shabazz, who is doing a wellness workshop for seniors so we can live longer. And so we used to have the 4 workshops, it may be 5, but those workshops go on from 11:30 and usually over about 1:30. And then we have the vendors. You will have vendors to shop with, specialty vendors, one of a kind specialty vendors will be there with their wares or whatever merchandise they have, so you can buy their merchandise, patronize their services. So that wraps it up mostly, And the entertainment, the churches will be there. We have 4 different ministers who will be there speaking on our theme. And our theme is a quote from Dr. Martin Luther King, and they will be speaking on that theme. The audacity of faith, and to go on into the future. So we're talking about what we've done in the past, what we're doing now, and what we're going to do in the future to make change into better lives. So we have Pastor Kennedy from Mount Zion Baptist Church. We have Pastor Raymond Watts from New Direction Church. We have Pastor Singleton from Loveland, and we have Pastor Bishop Terrence Rome from Mount Zion Baptist Church. So they have all been with us on this venture for 25 years. So they will all get a chance to do a little piece. The choirs are going to sing. Dr. Biddy's going to sing. And we have Mr. Anderson, who is a great musician. He will be playing different types of genres of music. So it's all live. It's not a daily program. Okay. It's a live program. So come ready to eat, come ready to congregate and fellowship and have a great time celebrating Dr. Martin Luther King.
Well, thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Pleasure talking to you.
Looking forward to the event. And once again, you're my special friend. So I really appreciate what you've been doing. I think we've been knowing each other, God, going on 30 years or something?
30 years.
That's sad. That's amazing. Time flew by.
You're one of my advisory people. You're grassroots. We are the grassroots organization for Juneteenth.
I forgot about that. And I just want to say thank you. Keep up the great work, and we will talk soon.
All right.
Take care.
Thank you. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you for tuning in to the Empire Beat Magazine podcast. And if you enjoyed today's episode, we kindly ask you to subscribe and share it with your friends and family. Until next time, stay inspired, stay positive, stay curious, stay strong, and we'll catch you on the next episode.